Hey everybody, it's Margot.
Guys, I'm such a fucking actress.
And Lydia.
Strong black woman over here.
But you already know why we're here.
Pop off, sis.
I went commando on public transportation, huh?
Oh my god.
I love a good lazy river because I'm lazy and I like water.
Pop off, sis.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of hungover right now.
The content you may not want but deserve.
Pop off.
I think I popped off about that.
You popped off.
Pop off, sis.
Okay, we're just starting. Hi
Okay,
guys.
yeah.
I'm so bad at intros. Welcome back. Margot, oh my god. We've been slacking. I know we've been slacking. This is the second time we've skipped. And that's honestly pretty good though for over a year of podcasting.
Yeah,
Almost 2. Holy shit. Right?
yeah, because in mid-November, it'll be 2 years.
Oh my god.
That makes me feel really old.
I know. But yeah, I just was feeling very summery and tired after work, so I put this on.
You look cute.
Thank you. And I have so much to catch up with you on. So let's start with your exciting day yesterday. Tell me everything.
Okay, so yesterday I got to interview on Instagram Live the one and only Tony Award-winning Broadway actress, Ali Stroker. She is the first person in a wheelchair to ever be on Broadway. She's the first also person then to ever be in a wheelchair to ever be nominated for a Tony, and then won the Tony for her performance of Ado Annie in the revival of Oklahoma. That was in 2018, I believe. So of course, before I went on the live, I was completely freaking out. She has like 60,000 Instagram followers, and also it's just somebody that I have known about and looked up to for so long. You might recognize her. She was on the Glee Project season 2. I don't know. Were you into Glee, Lydia?
I'm literally in my Glee phase right now. Like I'm on Netflix going through Glee. So yes.
Okay, you'll see her in one of the later, maybe like season 4 or 5.
Okay.
She has like a smaller role because she didn't win the Glee Project. The Glee Project, I don't know if you know, but it was like the spin-off show. They only did 2 seasons, and it was like it was in like one of those competition shows like America's Got Talent or whatever, but for Broadway. So it was like dancing and singing and whatever, and if you won the show you got to star in Glee, and that was the whole thing. And the first season of the Glee Project, they had like 4 winners or something, and the second season they only had 1 winner, but Ali still made like a 1 or 2 episode appearance, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, I was just freaking out before. I'd never done an Instagram live, so I was nervous, and I went on my Finsta and stuff before to practice, and I was like, how do you invite someone to Instagram live? And I get on, and I had such high energy. You know, I put on the podcast act and I was like, hello everyone, welcome to this Instagram live, a chat with Ali Stroker, blah blah. You know, like I'm just beaming, my face is like tomato red. And so she comes into the live and my energy is like here, and she comes in and she's like, hi, how are you? And I'm like, Margot, you have to tone it down, like, whoo! So all of a sudden I'm like recomposing and I'm like, okay, bring it down. But I have all this nervous energy too. So I think I did okay with matching her energy, but I was still like bumbling, you know, I was like, ah! And it was just so cool to see her. And oh my gosh, her hair, I don't know if you've seen her hair. It's like kind of like Carrie Underwood's hair. It's just this beautiful blonde locks. And it was in like a little bun situation. She had these beautiful earrings on, and she just looked so marvelous, but so mellow,
So zen.
so chill. And you know, like she's like, oh, it's just another interview. And she was so humble and so nice and so forgiving with me, because I think I did a pretty good job. But Jake was critiquing me afterwards, and he said, he was like, no, you made really smooth transitions, but you kept talking about yourself. Because for me, like, I think my interview style is more so when I ask a question and someone responds, I want to respond to that.
Right.
I don't want them to just say something and then me be like, great, okay, next question.
You don't
And
want that.
you don't want that. And so I think sometimes people do it by asking like a follow-up question. So like she was talking about, I asked her, I think, did you have any quarantine hobbies? And she talked about, oh, I was reading a lot of books and blah, blah, I finally took the time to read. And so after that, I guess I could have said, oh, like, what's your favorite book that you've read? Of course, that's not what I did. I started talking about me. I was like, yeah, my quarantine hobby was like baking gingerbread houses. And everyone's like, shut up. We're not here for you. But I think I did okay. And she was really nice. It was only about like 25 minutes and short and sweet. And it was a good time. But
Well, props to you, first of all, because not to mention this was a professional interview that you were asked to do by your workplace. So that is
like 2 days before.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Crazy. Honestly, that was probably better though for your nerves, but yeah, you need the preparation time. You're a whole thespian, you need the preparation.
And the funny part was like 45 minutes before the live, I was finishing an interview for a internship in New York for the fall. So I already had nervous energy for the day for my interview. And then I had to be the interviewer right after. And I was like, this day is crazy. Like literally after the live, I crashed. I got so tired. I was just like, all my energy went.
I thought you were going to say I got so drunk. But also that's a crazy day. That's a lot of nerves, like nerve-wracking events to do in one day.
Oh yeah.
And also don't be too hard on yourself Jake's critique. I hear that. And I think if there is a fine balance of like balancing you talking about yourself and the interviewer. You're a professional interview by podcast standards, but You're not a professional interviewer. So props to you regardless. And also I feel like we were saying before, like you don't want to just move on to the next thing because that show, the whole thing is like you want to act like you're listening or truly be listening. So you want it to feel like a conversation. So I think it's better that you were on that extreme than like reading a paper like, okay, next question is, you know what I mean?
Right.
Okay. Sure. And so right before we started recording, I asked Margot, because I didn't get to watch it live. I was like, did you save the live so I can watch it? And go ahead.
Okay, guys, this was the worst part. So there was all this excitement about me interviewing Allie, and they're putting all this trust in me, the whole company, and we'd had our team meeting that morning, so everyone found out I was interviewing her that morning, and people were like, well, I'll tune in and all this stuff. So I knew there were eyes on me. And so this was all set up by the development department because Allie is coming to Westport Country Playhouse on July 24th at 8 p.m. doing her cabaret show. It's in Connecticut. If you're near there, you should go. But anyway, so they set it up as marketing for the development event. And a lot of the development team works with the subscribers of to the theater, who are a lot of older folks. And so they didn't know how to watch it on Instagram Live. So the whole thing was I was doing it live, yes, but then to save it afterwards so that anyone who didn't get the chance to watch it, because also 3 p.m. on a Tuesday, or Wednesday, like people had stuff to do. So I do the live and I'm like waving goodbye. And remember, I've never done an Instagram Live. So I just know that after it's over, I need to save it. And so I press like end live, and it takes me to this screen where it's just like my face blurred out, and like the whole screen is really blurry. And I'm like, so it must be downloading, like it must be processing. Well, it stayed like that for like 5 minutes, never gave me the option to click download, right? And I'm like, oh my god. Then the screen turns black, except for like a little X mark in the upper left-hand corner. I swear, I think it's still frozen there right now. Hold up, let me check. Quick pause. I think it's still frozen in this position. Yep. I don't know if you'll be able to see based off the glare, but you see that little X? This is Instagram. Yes. This is Instagram. And when I click the X, oh, you can't see it. There's too much glare, but
discard live video.
So it's like my option is either to stay in this frozen screen or to click discard. And I have done all the things. I tried calling Instagram's hotline. It's fake.
Oh.
Nobody's there to answer. They just have a number up there and nobody's ever going to answer you. I tried to like read all the Reddit threads that had, reboot things. Nope, nothing worked. And then there is a support line through the app. So I went through my phone and I submitted a request like 5 times. And every single time it told me could not process request. Also, one of my coworkers submitted a request and it has no log of our request. So I think Instagram just like, they don't want to help you. So they lied about it. So after all that, I think the video is gone forever.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Like, is work gonna understand? Do they know the situation?
Yeah, they know. I mean, they knew right after the fact because they were like, "Oh, Margot, save it." And I was like, "Is this normal?" And it's one of those things where it's like, it's not my fault.
Right.
It's not my fault. It's the app, but it's on my device. It's not my fault, but it is because of me. So it's like one of those tricky things where it's like, I didn't do anything wrong, but it's still falling on me, And
Right.
of course, it's that like internal intern freak out of
Yeah.
like, oh my God, it is.
Yeah.
Now I've kind of accepted it because it's been stuck like that for over 24 hours. So
Right.
I don't think anything's going to happen. But also I was sad because I was thinking like, oh, I could start a interviewer reel and put in clips from the podcast and a clip from this and just add that to my resume or have that to send in case people ever need an interviewer for anything as a gig. And it's gone forever.
I'm so sorry. Part of me though thinks that because it's frozen like that, there's a chance somehow, maybe in like a month, it's just gonna show up somewhere. You're gonna get an email. I'm wishful thinking, but
I know. And there's an option on Instagram that you can pre-save all live videos for 30 days to immediately just download to your archives, but you have to set it up before. Okay. And I didn't know that. And that's definitely something we should have done. And it's something I'm going to turn on so that if they use the Instagram to do a live again, this will never happen. Sure. But honestly, I'm pissed. This is a new iPad with the most updated version of Instagram. Like if anything's going to fail, it shouldn't be this. Apple, what you doing?
Yeah, I'm annoyed at Apple. I'm annoyed at Instagram. They clearly aren't helpful. Like you said, it's not your fault. And regardless, the interview still happened. You still did it. You should still be proud. This literally wasn't your fault. And it's just exciting.
Bless you. Bless you again.
Thank you. That's making the promo. You should still be proud. And that's just really crazy and unfortunate. Did I see a cancel button? Because maybe you can hit cancel and it'll just go back. Or you're scared?
Yeah. I click cancel and it just goes back to the black screen.
Oh my God.
But I don't want to press discard because it makes me think that it's in the cloud somewhere. But if nobody on Instagram is going to get back to us, like I feel like you have to be on the back end of the app to be able to recover the video. And I just don't think they're going to allow that for us. So.
And have you turned the iPad off at all? Or is it just stayed charged or something?
No, I haven't turned it off because if I turn it off, I think the app will force quit.
Yep.
And then it'll be gone. So it's literally just been like I haven't touched it. I know.
You know how many though like verified Instagram accounts, millions of follower people do IG lives all the time, and I'm so many people have probably forgotten to save or forgotten. You know what I mean? So yeah,
she's verified. She's the check.
That's crazy. So maybe there's something to do. I'm praying for you on that one. But either way, great job with the interview. I really hope I get to see it at some point.
I know.
Ali Stroker. Whoa.
Pretty cool.
Very cool. Congrats. You had a crazy Wednesday. Like I feel the nerves for you because that's having a job interview and that on the same. Wow. And good luck with the job. You're like hustling out here.
Yeah, we'll see. It's okay. Wait, I have a question that's totally random. When you hear in a job posting 35 hours a week, what do you think?
I guess
like how long do you think it is?
Okay, wait. If a 40-hour week is 5 days, then 5 hours is a weird cut. 35 is like a weird.
But
I
you
guess-
would assume if you read 35 hours that you would get 5 hours off a week of a full work week, right?
Right. That means that, or like the hours are weird. Like you start at like 10 a.m.
Later
every
or
day.
whatever.
Yeah.
So this job posting, well, internship posting, said 35 hours a week. And then I'm going over the job, the internship, and they say it's full time, 10 to 6 every day, but you get 1 hour of unpaid lunch. And so that's why it's 35 hours a week. I was like, that is not the way it should be advertised. Like, that is
No.
so misleading. Because in my head, I was like, oh, 35 hours a week, I'll have an extra, half day a week to get another job and do something else. But no, it's just your hour of lunch. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of shady.
So you thought it was like a 4-day, 8-hour work week, and then one day is a half day. I could see that too.
Right. Or like you just figure out like if one day you work a little more,
Right.
and I thought it was like that, but then I realized it wasn't. I was like, that's kind of rude.
That is so rude. Okay, so that's the job posting. Internships be weird. Okay, so was that what you interviewed for?
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see. I'm supposed to hear within like 2 weeks.
Okay.
And if I did get it, I would have to be in New York by September 7th.
As stressful as that sounds, like that is what living our young 20s is, So
No,
like,
I'm happy about that.
that's amazing.
I'm so excited about that.
Okay. Oh my God. Well, you're going to get it. I already know.
No,
Congratulations.
don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Okay,
You're not getting it.
This internship program has 300 people apply per semester, and then they do 60 interviews for about 9 to 12 positions. So I got to the interview step.
Great.
And then, I mean, I still have a decent number of people to beat out. So we'll see.
Do you know if there's another interview or you don't know?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Second round.
Oh, no, I don't think there's a second round. It's just the one because they have so many people to go through. I think.
And then did your interview with Ali Stroker come up at all in your interview for the?
Oh, I certainly, as I was signing off, I was like, hey, just so you know, at 3 p.m. today, I'm going to be interviewing Ali Stroker on Instagram Live. If you want to see how I do in that realm, I would love for you to watch and tune in. I know you're very busy people, but I just wanted to let you know.
Wow. I'm professionally creaming right now. Wow. That perfect.
Oh, thank you.
Couldn't have gone better. It shows you're already booked and busy. You're already interviewing people. You're already in your field. Wow. Well, I feel like a freaking.
I gotta hear some updates about you because I've been just talking about myself as I do, and I want some Lydia updates.
Guys, I literally had in our script like tell me everything, Margot, because I wanted to hear. Oh my gosh. Wait. You mentioned something about being in a theater for the first time.
Oh my gosh, that was another crazy thing. I don't want to spend the whole episode talking about myself.
Okay, just give me a quick blurb. I won't ask any questions.
Okay. Well, so okay. It's kind of multiple layers. Essentially, last week I was working 3 jobs because I have the internship and then I got a part-time job, which, by the way, you should come to because I think you would love it with your friends. I'm working at an art installation pop-up in Georgetown. I'm working the box office, and it's like literally, it's so beautiful. It's kind of meant for you to take Instagram pictures like the Museum of Ice Cream or whatever, but it's done so much better. It's pretty pricey, but I think if you get cute and go with your friends and take a million Instagram pictures, it's totally worth it. Anyways, I was working that, and I was working a babysitting job. So I was working 3 jobs. It was crazy. And so I sent in a self-tape Friday night. Saturday morning, I'm at work working a double. And I get an email. Oh yeah, like we're inviting you to a callback tomorrow at 6 p.m. And I'm like, tomorrow at 6 p.m. in Frederick, Maryland. I forgot to add that. So I share a car with my parents. They were taking the car to the beach. They were not going to be there. I was going to be working until 3 p.m. I also went to a concert Saturday night and got home at 3:30 in the morning. Had to wake up at 7:30 to get to work by 9, worked 9 to 3. I was scrambling to try and find a car. Thank goodness our family friends let me borrow their car. So I Ubered to the family friend's place, drove the car to Frederick, and then I showed up and did a callback. It was horrible. I was so rusty. Oh my gosh, the vibes were so off. Not my place. And it's okay. Like, that's what you have to go through, and you have to go through the shitty auditions to get better ones. But so essentially, after all this craziness, I had my first in-person theater thing in the past year and a half. And then yesterday morning, I got my first theater rejection in a year and a half. And you know what? Let's go. Because at least there are things to get rejected from.
Exactly. Wow. Okay. Well done. You have the best mindset. So great. Sorry. I mean, think about what you just went through that day, and then you had the call back on no sleep. No. At least you went.
I mean, I shouldn't have stayed out till 3:30 in the morning.
And who was the concert?
It was at Echo Stage. It was a DJ. Jake was here. He won.
Nice.
I said we're leaving at 1:30. He said, please, can we stay till 2? I'm having so much fun.
Living.
I was like, okay, 2. And then, of course, with the Uber situation, we didn't get one until 3. And then we got home at 3:30. And then I had a little breakdown at like 3 in the morning when the Ubers weren't coming, and I was so tired, and I knew I had work at 9 a.m. and then a call back and all this stuff. And I was like, ah. And then honestly, the next morning I was like, I don't think I've ever been this busy in my life. And I'm proud of myself. Should I have stayed out till 3:30 in the morning?
No, but that's also this time of life. I keep going back to like adulting and like young 20s, but it's true. Like that's what you're supposed to be doing, and you're busy, and that's how you should be. Yeah. Are you okay? Like,
that's the thing. You remember a few months ago when I was like, I'm so busy and I'm not okay. Like, I'm so okay, even with all of this going on. I feel like it's such a good I feel like I'm in such a good place, and it's really awesome. And there's so much up in the air, but like, I feel like that's okay. That's this career. It's this craziness. And at least I'm doing something, and I'm trying to make money. And anyways, you have to give me at least. Oh, sorry.
You're meeting people, you're networking also through all of this. So that's amazing. And sometimes I feel like I need to be a better friend. I need to call and text Margot. You are busy. I'm busy. But also, like, that's the beauty of this too, because we have time to catch up.
This is our catch-up time.
But I don't want you to feel like this is our only catch-up time. So I need to text you more.
No, you're so fine. I know how busy you are. And you have to give me one update at least, because I have talked about myself for 20 minutes.
Okay. I mean, I don't really see, like, I feel like I need something. All I can think of is like, I'm settling into this working routine. Margot, you talked about how you had gym class earlier. I have been going to body pump twice a week, 6 a.m. Mondays and Wednesdays.
Oh my gosh.
Bruh, my alarm goes off at 5 a.m. because I can't just roll up. I gotta like get ready. I gotta put my cute matching set on to go to body pump with my elderly friends in the class. I'm very much the youngest person in the class. It's definitely no Orange Theory. I'm not an equinox chilling, but I'm proud of myself. Like I missed 1 week, and that was because I was dog sitting and I was at someone's house that was far away from the gym. But you would be very proud. And so like I try to get in bed by like, even going to bed at 10 is late. When I stay up till midnight and then wake up at 5 a.m., that is
yeah.
Like, do you get this? I don't know what it is, but I get like, if I don't get enough sleep, I get nauseous when I wake up. Have you felt that?
Yes. That's literally the reason hangovers are so bad is because of the lack of sleep. Like that whole feeling of nausea. Well, that's how I know. It's because of my terrible hangovers. But Lydia, I'm so proud. That's so awesome. We have to work out together at some point. I'll come to body pump. I mean, I don't know about 6 in the morning, but like maybe we can find a weekend class.
Isn't that crazy? And I was like a night worker outer when I worked out in college. Like, it doesn't fit with the schedule now. And I'm just so tired after work that I was like, I got to make this work. And I do feel accomplished. And like, by the time I get to work, I'm like going and like, I have that natural energy, that natural high. I don't drink coffee those days. I have a
Right.
smoothie, a protein smoothie, because I'm trying to get the guns.
Oh, I see it. I see. So look at you,
Is that
Lydia.
good?
Yes.
Wait.
Let's see. Okay. Yes. Look at that definition.
Honestly, I'm just doing it. We all know I don't need to lose weight, but I'm doing it to. I have no upper body strength. Push-ups kill me. I still am like on my knees doing the push-ups, but just like endurance and getting stronger, because I feel like I don't have that. Skinniness does not equal healthiness. Is that a word? I don't know.
Yeah.
Healthiness. Okay. Anyway, that's the only update I can think of right now. And
well, I love that for you.
Since we haven't podcasted in so long, I thought it would be nice to just run through a bunch of topics kind of like quickly.
Yeah, let's go rapid fire.
Just like it doesn't have to be rapid fire, but just our thoughts on these things. And if you think of anything else as we go. Okay. First thing, have you been following Free Britney? # Free Britney.
I have. I did not hear her like when she spoke during the
the last hearing.
Because I know that was like blowing up everywhere. But I read like the quotes from other people's like Instagrams and stuff. This shit's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. 13-year conservatorship. But the latest development was just today that because her previous lawyer resigned, and a judge today ruled that she can hire her own lawyer because she couldn't in the past. And she hired this really fancy, well-known guy that's represented a lot of different celebrities. So this is huge.
I mean, I think the craziest part about when she came out and she was like, I've been living in this fog for 13 years or in this hell was that Instagram post that came out after the Free Britney movie or documentary. Mm-hmm. Do you remember she posted on Instagram and it was like this very odd post that was like, you can't believe everything you say online. Everyone wants to be in my business, but I'm really just so happy. And everyone was talking about it and saying like, she's either so brainwashed or someone else wrote this because it just sounded so weird. And it's like, now we know someone else wrote that. Like, someone forced her.
I fully thought her Instagram was being controlled, all the captions. I think even those dancing videos and all that, I think she was forced to do all of that to make herself look crazy. I think she was forced to put the dark eye makeup on. I don't think any of that.
Oh, you think because like her eyes are always like, so yeah.
I think it was either all forced or this lithium and whatever the hell other drug she had been on caused her to be this way.
Whoa.
I think her brain is a little fried, and I think she is just not the same person. It's so freaking sad. And like I listen to a lot of podcasts, done a lot of deep dives on it, and people are like, it's people that really don't understand are like how and I even am like that. It's like, how can someone control you that much? If you don't want to have an IUD, take it out. How you don't have to listen to anyone, but it's like no. And I'm learning about how conservatorships are very hard to get out of. And like they were saying that her father still to this day claims he's doing everything in her best interest, and it's like the lawyer is going to petition the father to release his control of the conservatorship, but his lawyer said he has no intention of doing that. So it's by no means over. It's just like,
and like, why does her dad feel this obsessive need to control his daughter? I mean, obviously has so much money, but if it's really about the money, then he would have just allocated, himself a percentage and let her do whatever she wanted. It's just it's really weird. It's really, really creepy.
Yes.
And the whole IUD story is fucking mind-boggling. I mean, that's like literally, that's so wrong. It's just so wrong. And it's so sad. And I feel like she's been in this trap and she was already put into, such a pressure cooker environment when she was young because she was so young when she got famous, and people over sexualized her and they scrutinized her. And when she shaved her head, everyone was like, that crazy girl, let's make fun of her. It's like, no, shave her head, because honestly, that was a powerful statement. Everyone would talk about her hair and the way she looked. And she was like, no, like, you're not going to talk about me in this way. I'm going to shave my head so you can't talk about me as this like sex symbol anymore unless I'm agreeing to it.
Exactly.
Anyways,
she probably crazy. Like was fully sane, wasn't crazy at all. She's probably going crazy just by everyone calling her crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know how. I obviously we support the Free Britney movement and hope for the best.
Sure.
She was, I'm not even like my everything as a child. Like
really
ask any of my friends and family. We have me on tape as a little kid dancing. I loved Britney Spears. Like she was probably the first
She was your girl.
Like, it's just so weird because like this, it's just sad. It's just sad. And even I'm still a little confused by her Instagram because today, after the ruling about her being able to hire her own lawyer, we can move on. She like had a post where she's like doing cartwheels and horseback riding, and she's like, we're moving along, folks. This is a new day, new representation, good things to come. So I'm like, like the people controlling her wouldn't want to say that. So like, did she write that one? Like, is she partially on Instagram now? I don't know.
I don't think we'll know. I'm sure someone else wrote that. There's so many emojis
emojis. There's so many. I know.
It's like when athletes write anything and they're like, they use this emoji and then they use like the devil face and everything. And the 100. I feel like Britney's.
Oh my God, 100. Okay. All right. So you're good to move on?
Yes.
Okay. Also, this randomly just came up because I have it tabbed, but in music news, Normani and Cardi B are dropping a song tonight.
Okay.
Like, Normani's coming for Camila with this whole Beyonce and Fifth Harmony. Normani is like, don't forget me. So I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
More on like a controversy note. Have you heard of the HBO Max documentary called LFG?
No, I thought LFG stood for Let's Fucking Go.
Oh, it certainly does, Margot.
Oh, okay.
It certainly does. I just was gonna tell you to watch it. It's about Megan Rapinoe, like, is the main star of it, but it's all about the female women's national soccer team and their whole fight for equal pay. You would love it.
Oh, I would love that. That's right up my alley.
Right up your alley. You would, and the way they do it makes you interested, even if you never watched, soccer, you're not interested in sports. Like, it's about women at the end of the day, but it's really good.
Wow, I will have to check that out.
Y'all check that out. What else? Oh, in celebrity divorce news, did you hear about Scooter Braun and his wife?
I had not heard this until I read this getting ready, and I was like, whoa. I mean, I feel like this just makes Taylor's claims about Scooter Braun like that much stronger.
I literally said Yale is Scooter's soon-to-be ex-wife. I was like, Yale secretly Team Taylor.
Yeah.
And it's funny because she came out, of course, when this all happened, his wife came out so strong against Taylor and was like, saw, she made those cutthroat posts about Taylor. She was like, you want to talk about bullying? You go through friends like wilted flowers or something. Like, she was savage. And now they're splitting up after 7 years.
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
They have 3 kids together. They're splitting up. And it's like, they didn't really post each other much on Instagram, but they seem like a very like, we focus on each other. We're best friends behind the scenes. We don't focus on the negativity. We know what we have, kind of couple that like didn't. I wonder what did it.
I know. I feel like when you go through a scandal as an LA couple, a Hollywood couple, like it can 100% rip you apart. And do I feel bad for Scooter Braun? No. But I just think it's really interesting to see how many people go through scandals and then end up divorcing like not that far after, because it really shows someone's true colors when they're going through it. And you can either be there for them or you can't. And, and then I'm sure who knows what it was really about, the divorce. I'm sure it wasn't only about Taylor Swift or whatever, but I don't know. I mean, I think maybe what Taylor was saying about him being like a schemy dude is true, but then he has all these big artists like Ariana Grande and Demi Lovato and all of these people who like you wouldn't expect to stick around if it was a schemy guy.
Right. That's where it's right. It's like you don't know what to believe. Is he good or not? And the divorce just seemed to come out of nowhere. Like, I just want to know what happened. But watch her turn up in a Taylor Swift video. Like, if she spills all her secrets to Taylor, like she becomes best friends with her, and like, I don't know, who knows.
Taylor writes an album from her point of view.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, never reveals that to us. We never know what it's truly about, but it's literally right. Exactly.
I could see it happening.
Oh, totally. So hopefully there'll be some like tell-all interview soon or something. Bill Cosby.
Ooh. I read that. How did you hear the news? Because I think I was on the bus or something and it just showed up on my Safari, or maybe I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw it and I was like, this can't be right. And then I clicked on it and I was like, you're fucking kidding me? Like, and then I read everything about it, and they had to do it because they told him the information he revealed would not be used against him. So they fucked up so early on. So they had to, because if you're going to uphold the law and you're going to uphold that when you say something won't be used against you and then they use it against you, like that can be used for a mistrial. So they had to do it. But it's just like, how did you miss this? How did you miss this? How did you build a whole case and not figure this out earlier?
Right.
It's
exactly.
crazy. It's so infuriating.
I was at work when I found out. I get like New York Times, all their breaking news emails come to my email.
Right.
And so that one came through. And immediately I thought it was true only because it was the New York Times. I was like, they're not going to say something that's not confirmed.
Right.
Hopefully. But everything you said, exactly. How did they not catch it sooner? But also, he had been in jail for 3 years. So how did his lawyers not raise an issue with this when he was first sentenced, when he first went to jail? Why was it not? Like, is that kind of thing that buried that they didn't know that this existed in his whole, legal documents? Like, that to me, that means he can't go to jail for this. So why was that not known,
It might have been something they didn't have the proof yet, or something like that. Like they didn't have enough evidence. But the trial was still like ongoing the whole time he was in prison. There were still trials happening and hearings happening. So the process was never fully over, which was not something that I knew. I thought like he went to prison and that was it. He was sentenced, and apparently there were still these court proceedings happening.
Okay, I didn't know that. My immediate reaction was a holy fuck, like you said, for the women, for the survivors. I was like, oh my God, like this just set people coming forward back so far.
Yeah, because they literally, it's so rare to win a case like that, and then they won it, and then it got overturned.
Like, not to mention the privilege of it all, the celebrity of it all. Like, 6 people didn't come forward. 60 women came forward. Like, this isn't just a hearsay. He's a monster. He's a monster, and he is out free. But Britney Spears is still in her conservatorship. It's like just another reason. Life isn't fair. Whatever. But like, I just could not believe it that happened.
It was so shocking, and I just feel so bad for those women. And apparently it doesn't throw out all of their allegations. Like I think someone might be able to, have another court hearing with him with new allegations, but it's just like, who wants to go through all of that again? I know. It takes so long in the first place. So it's
Yep. Okay, a little lighter note. I feel like we haven't really even talked, at least on the podcast, since the royal baby was born. Royal in quotes, because she's American born and they're not royal anymore.
Oh yeah.
Prince Harry and Meghan's daughter, Lilibet Diana.
Yeah.
Okay, Lily.
Little Lily.
I'll just tell you really quick. I just personally was surprised at the name. I was fighting for Doria Diana. Okay, that Doria is Meghan's mom's name, and Diana obviously is Princess Diana. But I know that'd be a little maybe too like grandma. But after all this drama with Harry's family, they're gonna go and name the baby right after Queen Elizabeth. Now, some people say this is like to kiss up purposely so that like Queen Elizabeth knows like we still like love you. We still want to be like known in the family. Like we don't hate you or anything. But Lilibet is such like it's not a modern name. I know they're going to call her Lily. Secretly, I'm like, well, at least it's an L name. I'm an L name. I was going to be Lily. I was going to be Lily if I wasn't Lydia. So really, they know my name is what's happening.
Is what you are actually their daughter.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Hopefully she'll be this color. So maybe. But okay, your turn.
Lilibet it's an odd name, Lily it's like, okay, yeah. Nothing wowing me. I mean, honestly, I feel like that was so long ago now. Like I've forgotten the whole hoopla. But I mean, good for them. They have they have a baby and they'll be living with their little family. And well, I guess they already had a baby, right?
Right. Little Archie.
Archie.
Archie Harrison.
So congrats to the Royals.
Yep. You know, we'll see an update when the first Lily picture is debuted.
Oh yeah.
Moving along, Margot, I have bad news for you regarding
No, Lydia.
Shit. Okay. Our last podcast was like 3 weeks ago, and I told you I hadn't watched anything yet, and I was gonna catch up, and I did.
You're caught up.
I'm one episode back. Margot,
Okay.
I'm losing. Katie is not keeping me this season, and I fast forward through a lot, so maybe I'm just missing all the juicy parts. But I'm very bored. Okay, let me just tell you really quick. My personal gripe is that, and this can be said for all reality TV, and I still love my housewives, so my argument doesn't really hold up. But I just feel like The Bachelor and The Bachelorette repeat the same drama cycle every season. Like there's always a contestant in the house that causes drama, and they either get left or they don't. Now, Katie put the very nice spin on it when she backed up at the rose ceremony and said, "You will not get a rose." I was like, "Oh, that was good.
That was juicy."
I'm over the same narrative of someone causing drama in the house and then they leave.
I have to say, this season in particular, it's like every single episode, they're like, this person is not here for the right reasons. And I'm like, can we get a little more interesting drama than that? I actually do like this season. I do really like Katie. So that's my hot take. I think you didn't necessarily start during the best seasons, and I can totally see why it's repetitive. I mean, to be fair, every time I watch The Bachelorette, I'm always doing something else. But for me, when it gets really exciting, well, the first night is always really funny, just seeing what people do. But then I think it gets the most exciting when you get down to the hometowns or the week before hometowns, because that's when it becomes more intense, more about the relationships and less about the drama. And then you get to see some hearts break, in the last couple episodes. And that's really juicy. But it's true, that kind of drama of like, this person's not here for the right reasons, they're a bully, blah, blah. It's like, okay, shut the fuck up. Just shut up.
Okay, so you see me on that. And I do like Tasha and Chris, what's her name?
Caitlin.
I'm like
so good.
So good. I love like the girliness of it. Like it felt like you were watching girls talk about their date, like, oh, you froze. Okay, you're back. It felt like coming home and telling your friends about the date you were just on,
Yes. I love them. And they just announced they're going to be on for Michelle's season 2. So
pretty good.
Yeah. I think Michelle's going to be interesting because I don't think she's going to have, like, I think if someone mentions drama to her, she's just going to like roll her eyes. She's like, she's a teacher for a living. She's like, I don't need any more drama. Like, whatever.
I don't like, because to me, from a prediction standpoint, to me, she doesn't seem like she can carry a season, in my opinion, Michelle.
Right.
She just seems too pure, not for the drama, and that's not what producers want. But I'm excited to see her prove me wrong. And maybe it doesn't have to be drama, there'll be other ways. But okay, maybe with Katie's season, I'll try and hang in there for hometowns. But do you think they're going to be in person this year with the hometowns, or do you think they're going to be? I
think they'll still be going to the resort. Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
How do you feel about Blake this season?
Okay, I love that you asked that because he's the only one I know, because I don't even know everyone's name. I know Thomas, who's the one that got left.
Yes.
That got kicked out. And I was going to ask you, because I'm not caught up, is Blake still there? Please, Blake, still be there. I'm okay. On one hand, it's like unbelievable that someone would come back so many times, and like, what is your taste? And like, how do I know you're going to love me just because you got dropped the last couple of seasons? Yeah, I like Blake. I want him to succeed.
This was Blake's redemption, because I remember last season, or what, on Tasha Claire's season, I was like, Blake is such a wet blanket. This guy, why is he still here? He's so boring. He looks like Lord Farquhar. Like, I just can't. Or no, he doesn't look like Lord Farquhar. My bad. He looks like Shrek in human form.
Oh no.
The human form of Shrek where he's like the big chin?
Yeah.
And the
human Shrek could get it.
Yeah, for sure. So I was like, I don't know how I feel about Blake. But now this is Blake's redemption storyline. Although, oh my gosh, yesterday I was on TikTok and they were like, I'm just curious what Blake would look like without a beard. And they edited off his beard in Photoshop. He looked a little scary, not gonna lie. But honestly, I think him and Katie, like, they have a lot of like passion together. And I think it's either him or Greg.
Okay, I'll pick Greg. Okay, I'll pay attention to Greg. But I think Blake and Katie have chemistry. Like, I like them together.
And you need to watch this last episode because he did something that you're gonna actually be like, oh snap.
Blake did?
It's on. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm telling you, I have to force myself to watch it. Okay, fine.
Just put it on like while you're folding laundry or whatever.
Okay. All right. Well, that's that. I'm assuming we have no words for Claire and Dale's engagement being back on, other than who cares anymore.
I think they'll get married on TV for money and then they'll divorce like a month later.
Yep. My dad, everyone.
I see.
He's watering the grass. My dad's bald head, everyone.
Papa Parker. Okay, so we've talked about a lot, and there's so many topics that we did miss. But listen, we're busy people. We're busy people, and we'll be covering them more consistently in the next coming weeks.
Just want to say, don't maybe throw away your masks just yet. That's all I have to say on that.
Don't. And stay careful, please.
Stay careful. Okay, my quote is by Simran. And it says, my quote is from Simran. You are both your cage and its key.
I love that. It's so true. It's really true. My quote is from Babe Ruth. It is, never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game.
Amen.
Did I want to interview Ali Stricker? No, I thought I was going to trip over my words. But did I do it anyways? Yes. Yes. And did I lose the footage?
Maybe.
Yes.
No. We're going to say we don't know that yet. We don't know that you did, okay? But you did it. That's all that matters. That maybe not having the footage doesn't make it any less real. It happened, and I'm proud of you. And you're right. Always shoot your shot. Always take that risk. You never know. If you don't, you'll just be in the same place you were before, and that wasn't a bad place to start. Have a great 2 weeks. I love you, Margot.
Lydia.
And that's the show. Stalk us on Instagram at popoffsis.podcast and check out our Pop Off Sis YouTube channel.
We'll see you next time.
Pop off, sis.